Pelicans crowd the skies above Louisiana's Queen Bess Island, and each spring, their population explodes. The Louisiana brown pelican rates as one of conservation's great success stories. Virtually wiped out half a century ago, today biologists say the state bird numbers close to 50,000. But Queen Bess is steadily sinking and eroding. During breeding season, a few thousand pelicans cling to 5 acres of real estate, surrounded by a rock barrier installed in the 90s.
Queen Bess was in the bullseye of the Deepwater Horizon oil spill.
Now, fines from the 2010 Gulf spill pay for the island's revival. A $10 million project now underway creates instant land, raising the height of the island. Todd Baker is a wildlife and fisheries biologist.
It's really special. You don't get opportunities to do what we're doing here.
Limestone will cover about a third of the island for other species looking for beachfront property.
He's reaching over, he's getting a big bucket full of sand.
Project manager Katie Freer-Leonards explains they dredge the sand from the Mississippi River near Belchase, then barge it to the site.
The excavator at this end is moving the sand out of the way, basically creating channels so that the slurried sand material goes in the direction that they want it to go.
This entire effort is about 36 acres. By coastal restoration standards, that's not a big project, but they do have a short window of time. You can't bring heavy equipment into a nursery. So construction had to wait until most of the pelicans had left the island this year. On the day we visited, one lone bird hung out close to its nest near the dredge pipe. Contractors must wrap up their work before the birds start nesting again in the spring.
It doesn't leave a lot of room for error.
We've never really done a project like this in Louisiana.
It's tough to overstate the importance of this island to the brown pelican population.
The vast majority of brown pelicans are found on only a few islands.
Eric Johnson, the director of bird conservation for Audubon, Louisiana, points out 70% of the pelican chicks hatch in 3 colonies, including Queen Bess. A battle of land and sea defines Louisiana's coast. As the Mississippi River shifted course over the centuries, it sculpted a new delta. But land in the old delta lobe steadily broke into pieces, forming islands just far enough removed from predators to create a pelican paradise. Today, man locks the river in a straitjacket of levees.
There aren't new islands being created fast enough to replace the ones that are disappearing.
10 years ago, pelicans in Louisiana nested in 22 colonies. Today, 14 remain. Many of the smaller ones disappeared, including 4 of the Cat Islands in Plaquemines Parish, heavily oiled in the BP spill. That means the pelicans must crowd onto a smaller set of remaining islands.
This creates a lot of potential, the potential for disasters because of hurricanes, oil spills, and those sorts of things. So since 2005, their population has leveled, and that is not what we would have expected given the previous trajectory of exponential growth.
By next year, Queen Bess should support more birds.
If everything goes as we hope it will, the nesting population could increase out here 4 or 5-fold.
One positive sign, so many of the pelicans are hanging around the island, even through all this commotion. Nothing, though, guarantees it will work.
What we do know is if we do nothing, this nesting habitat is gone.
John Snell, Fox 8, Local First.